Amazon account is up and running now. We are selling our formula officially. It's amazing stuff from Europe.
Made in Germany. Sold in America.
Highest standards there are. In America, the standards haven't been updated since 1980. It's super weird, like older than me. In Europe, they update safety standards basically every year. This formula is top notch, great for the stomach, great for constipation. This is a great product. If you happen to want to purchase it and join us on our journey, then grab the link in the description. If you do and leave a review for us, send me a screenshot at vinandsori@gmail.com of your review after you have received the product. We will put your name in a hat. Song reviews are going to come out by some of the people that have left reviews. Don't forget to send us a screenshot of your review once you get the product. Now a word from our mascot dressed as a pirate, Fuji.
It's a steal of a deal.
Mr. Big, green tinted 60s mind for the Big Homie 7 dusted. He said, yes, Mr. Big again. This song is dedicated to my lovely lady. I can't hear it without thinking of her. It was written about a hippie friend of Paul Gilbert's, but every word hits home with us. Aww.
Aw, boy, here we go. Here we go. Green tinted 60s mind. This is for 7 and the Big Homie Nikki. Let's make this happen, dear listener. Let's make this happen. This better be a good one, 7. You better not dedicate this song to your girl on some weak shit. All right, Mrs. 7. Let's hear it. Green tinted 60s. What did you say? My mind? Is that what you said? What's the full title of this song?
Mr. Big, green tinted 60s mind.
Green tinted 60s mind.
All right.
Let's go. That dude is a badass.
Oh, okay.
Telephone ringing, the curtains
dun, dun. What year was that?
That one.
Green Tinted 60s.
1991.
1991. Okay, so 7. What does green tinted mean?
Yeah,
green
that's what
tinted
I was trying to
60s
find.
mind. What does that mean to you, sir? We
Yeah.
had a touch of gray.
Yeah.
Then we went
now
to
we had
green tinted 60s mind. So let us know, 7, what the hell is the green tinted 60s mind?
What a cute. What
They
a
gotta-
cute song to dedicate to Mrs. Seven.
Yeah, I know you love their relationship.
You'd
I
be
know
looking
you love
groovy in
it.
a 60s movie. Maybe tell the press you died. Well, at first I thought he was wanting her to tell the press that she died, so then she would be less preoccupied
Like, what is
with.
that? Like you fake your death, basically?
Yeah,
Is
so
that what
people
you're
would leave
saying?
you alone.
Because she's like a celebrity?
That's what I thought was happening. But then it kind of sounds like.
That's like you, though. You were famous here. I heard people were talking about this guy. I was in a Bible
This
study once.
guy.
No, I was in a Bible study one time. This is like years and years. This is like 5-6 years before I even met Sori. And they're like, yo.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they're like, yo. Well, first they were talking about your dad.
Oh, yeah?
And then
What
they
about
were
my dad?
like, that he does the good work around the town or whatnot.
Yeah.
He's a carpenter.
He's made a
And
name
then
for himself.
then they were
with
like,
excellence.
Then they were like, yo, that they're like, his daughter is serious. That's the first thing they said. She is serious about Christianity. Blah blah blah.
Well, that's good.
Then dude started, oh, she's hot as fuck too. She's this, she's that. Dude's doing all this shit. Hal was like, all right, guys, all right. Yeah. So yeah, they were
weird.
They were just going off on this girl. Yep. So yeah, you're a celebrity, and you literally are. Like where we go, like we go shopping and shit. People stare, stop and stare at her, look at her.
Jeez.
Or we go for our walk. Remember we used to go for our walk?
That was so
Walking
fun.
down the
People would
street,
be
people
beeping.
like, "Oh," they do this. We drive-
That was fun. That was fun.
Gang shit. Okay. So what else was this song about to you?
Well,
First of all, about this dude can sing his ass off.
oh yeah, he can.
I love the way that this guy sings. Like his voice is clear. I never heard of this band before. They call it Mr. Big is the name of the band?
Yep. This is the second song we've listened to.
Yeah,
by
dude's voice is smooth as hell, bro. Shout out to him. She just woke up, but she's still tired. Is that the telephone ringing? The curtains can't hold back the lie?
The light. I have the light.
The light. That's reaching into her dreams down in her heart. If it had fingers, it'd be tearing you apart. So what, her dreams are tearing you apart? You be looking groovy in a 60s movie. Maybe tell the press you died. Little legend baby, try your very best to hide a green tinted 60s mind. Green tinted 60s mind, they wrote that in 1991. So that means, what, they'd be like 30, 35, which mean in the 60s they were just babies. They were just kids. So he's probably
just saying he
looking
would've
at the
liked to see-
60s as like a retro. Maybe she was like an old soul.
Like
See what
sort
I'm
of,
saying?
yeah, with some nostalgia and stuff. Like
Yeah, maybe
he's
it's
thinking
one of-
she would have fit. Like maybe like that's true. Maybe she was like an old soul, and he was looking at it like she would fit really well in that environment.
in that context.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people always look to the past as like the standard. When it's modern, people are like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if it's in the past, it's like retro. People afford more. They always say, "Oh, football was more football back in my day.
Yeah.
Basketball was more basketball." So like, I don't know. Maybe maybe she is like daydreaming about being like a movie star, but not like an 80s or a 90s movie star, but like a 60s movie star. You know, like living the life and all that shit. Maybe that's what it's
But
about.
then it says she keeps some memories locked away, but they're always escaping. Neglect won't make them fade away. They're reaching into your dreams, down in her heart. Don't need fingers to be tearing it apart.
So maybe the first verse is who
Yeah.
she wants to be, and then the second verse is her life as it is right now. See what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
So in her mind, she's a star. She's got dreams. You know what I'm saying?
But the chorus says, gotta face the day, there's no other way to clear the fog inside your mind. Fill it up with dreams. but all that she can seem to find is a green tinted 60s mind. So
Right.
maybe she's stuck with this maybe she's stuck with a 60s mentality. Maybe she's just like I don't know, maybe she just wants to have that sort of like, no, this is just what I think of. When I think of the 60s, I think of a bunch of teenagers that decided they weren't going to go to college and get jobs, but they were going to hang out together and they were going to enjoy life and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And that was the goal. Like, it was like, you know what, corporate America, all that stuff, like we can do that later
Why
if
is
we
it
have
green
to.
tinted, though?
But
Is
maybe
it like the weed? Is it the drug?
well, that's what I'm thinking. Green tinted, like maybe it has to do with the weed, the earthy nature of the 60s and how people were. Like maybe she's got that sort of
Hanging out with Janice, moving to Atlantis. I'm assuming that's Janis Joplin. And Atlantis is a mythical city.
Is that underwater? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
underwater
got,
thing?
You know, Plato talked about it in Atlantis. They were like technologically. You know what's really crazy? Joe Rogan, all these people now there's this giant theory that's starting to take on life, where people believe that this is a reboot, and that we had technology in like what we have today, but a cataclysm happened, it all got washed away, and then pushed us back to the Stone Age, and then we had to repeat.
That's so interesting, because obviously that fits into our narrative as far as we had a flood. But
there's a global flood thing too on Joe Rogan. He was blown away by it. But the Gobekli Tepe guys, I know you don't know what I'm talking about. Graham Hancock, all those guys, like they've got almost empirical data that justifies a global flood. And so yeah, Rogan was going crazy. But yeah, Atlantis.
That's pretty interesting.
Graham Hancock.
You never picture those people to be advanced. Like when I think of anybody before the flood, I picture, like sticks and rocks and
yeah,
open fires. I don't picture any sort of like technology.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because you do have
but it would make sense that there would be.
If you look at Genesis 5, there's technology building.
What do you mean?
With the sons of Cain.
Oh.
Where they start metallurgy, music, all that shit. What's fascinating is after the flood happens, then you hear about bitumen when they built the Tower of Babel. They just said they had bitumen and mortar and all the rest of it. Like it seems very primitive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
bitumen.
Yeah, like
is that
tar basically.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, but anyway, that was squirrel. Hanging out with Janice, moving to Atlantis. So by that time, Janis Joplin is long dead, and Atlantis is a mythical city, but it was a utopian.
Yeah.
Mythic. So
yeah.
So when you put those together, it just looks like this person has a lot of dreams, like she's entranced with the 60s, like the whole lifestyle. I think what you're talking about, and people like Janis Joplin, the whole vibe. The 60s was especially like having Revo, like when he explains the 60s and the music and things like that, like it was definitely more of a, it seemed to me like the celebrities were more meaningful, especially in contrast to the 80s, because this is a 1991 song, so these guys, their real formative years would probably be the 80s, and being a celebrity in the 80s was a lot different than being a celebrity in the 60s. Being a celebrity in the 60s like meant something. Like you were a cultural icon. Yeah. You meant something. You had your own bag. You had your own thing. None of them were the same. Everybody was different. You had Janis Joplin. You had this. You had that. But in the 80s, everything was like pretty much the same. The crazy hairspray, the crazy makeup. All the girls looked the same. If they were singing, they were all singing the same shit, the same style. So maybe
she put up that picture.
Maybe she's thinking like
with the 80s hair.
Maybe she's like she's got these dreams. And she wants to be like a star like they were in the 60s, not like in the 80s. But then she goes to reality, and the reality is, she's a regular, blah, blah, blah. But in her own mind, she's a star. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
You be looking groovy. Go ahead. Keep going down. I don't...
Oh, right here?
Yeah. Where's the groovy part?
Oh, right there.
Yeah, like I cut off.
You be looking groovy in a 60s movie, that part?
Yeah, and then keep going down.
Yep.
Gotta face the day. There's no other way to clear the fog inside your man. Hanging out with Janice, moving to Atlantis. Could have made it if you tried. There it is again. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the point of force? It's easy as a horse to ride a green. Yeah. So it just looks like to me.
So he's saying you could have gone and done all these things, but she was too trapped in the 60s mindset. Is that what you said?
No, I just think that people, we say that like, damn, if we'd have met each other 10 years ago,
Yeah.
we'd be rock stars right now, which we would be. We would have been if we'd have met each other 10 years ago. So he said you could have made it if you'd have tried. See what I'm saying? I was too busy doing other shit. I was still doing rock star shit though. I was touring the world. You know what I'm saying? So it was still rock star shit to a degree. I didn't have my girl with me.
Yeah.
But could have made it if you tried. Yeah, I like it, man, because like that's one of those things where like the girls in the shower singing and shit, and you're like, damn, she could sing. Like sometimes we're practicing and you're like in a good mood. I'm like, fuck, man, she could sing, bro. Damn.
When I'm like very happy, wait till the summer and we practice outside. You'll see, like, there's something. The sun does something. I don't know how to explain it, but it helps my mood so much that it just like, I don't know. Then I have to worry about reeling it in. It gets too big, it gets too crazy sounding. It's like, what was that supposed to be?
Yeah.
What do they say? A wolf stuck in a trash compactor or something?
No, you never sound like
If
that.
it gets too big.
This is a 9.1 for me.
9.2 for me.
9.2. Okay. We shall return.
We shall be right back.
Mr. Big.
Tim Minchkin.
Tim Minchin, the dark side. We shall return.
I think I wanted to say Munchkin.
Tim Munchkin?
Yeah, because I saw Minchin and it looked like when they, when you get the Dunkin' Donuts little Munchkin donuts, like the way that it's worded, it kind of looked like that. So I think I wanted to say Munchkin and I said Minchin. Anyway, I'm glad you came through and fixed it Anyway, we'll be right back.
Tim Minchkin is up next.
No, it's not Minchk.
Minchin.
It's Minchin.
Would you stop it? Tim Minchin.
Minchin what? What did you mention? What did you mention?
Oh my God.
Or we got mentioned on Twitter.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.